the GoPro training. So has everybody got their GoPro book with them, or had a look at a few things before tonight? You're not gonna answer anyway. So we're basically talking about the story. It's your story that Eric went over while we were in the Gold Coast, which was absolutely amazing. Eric's story is on page 71. Hands up who hasn't actually read GoPro. Okay, there's a few on here. Okay, highly recommend it. We actually listen to GoPro in the car when we go on road trips over and over and over again. Every time we listen to it, we hear something new. Even if you don't listen to the whole thing because you're distracted talking, next time you hear something and you hear it a different way, and it sinks in a different way. So it's really, really valuable for those who haven't yet done it. We've been probably listening to it for a good 3-4 years now. Would that be about right? So yeah, page 71 is his story, which he does really, really well. We're going to tonight talk about your story. So Eric gave us loads and loads of notes, and he basically said if we weren't taking a certain amount of notes, then we weren't doing it the right way. So I went back to my notes today, and this is what I've got for you. He said, people have massive success leading with product because it helps them emotionally get attached. So we all get emotionally attached when we hear a really good story. So his storytelling has 4 major elements which are really important. So for those of you taking notes, I'll get you to write these 4 things down. Number 1 is your background. Leave a few lines underneath that before you write number 2. Number 2 is, what did you not like about your background? I'll probably leave maybe 3 or 4 lines then before number 3. And number 3, you found a solution. Another few lines. And number 4, am I going too fast? Just give me a thumbs up if you're keeping up. Cool. So number 4 is how you feel about the future. So I'm actually going to give you 2 examples of this story. And then the third, so I've got 2 stories here that I could share with people, and I'm going to share them with you so you've got an example of what this actually means. So my first story example, starting at number 1, we're going to go with, after year 12, I had 3 jobs, so I decided to join the Navy. I was in the Navy for 8 years, and it was an amazing experience until I met my husband and we were married, and they wanted to separate us to the opposite sides of the country. So we decided to get out. We didn't have control of where we were going. We didn't work. It didn't work for us as a family. So I've got my story split in 2, so forgive me for a sec. So then the third part is, 6 years ago, I was introduced to network marketing, and it changed my life. So the past 12 months, it's been paying our mortgage, and I basically haven't had tonsillitis in six years. So I didn't mention that. Apologies, I've just stuffed that up. Just forgive me. So my husband has also decided to join me in this, and we're going to do this together. I'm so excited about what this means for us. So, yes, it was a broken story. That was one part. So I'm going to go into another story really quickly. And this is a product story, but I'm going to use those same 4 elements. So every change of season, I would get tonsillitis and lose my voice. I would just have to sniff dust, be in a dusty room, or be in a building with somebody that was sick. And then I'd be in bed for 2 days with a fever. It restricted so many parts of my life. 6 years ago, I started taking Juice Plus. This has changed my life. I haven't had tonsillitis since. I'm so happy that it helped me, and I have my whole family on it, and I tell everybody I can about the results. So that's just an example of a product story using those 4 elements that Eric taught us. I've got a number of different stories. And you're going to cater that to the different audience that you've got. So our little boy had severe eczema. I could cater that to somebody that's got skin issues. Hubby had dermatitis, same sort of thing. It's all gone. My nails, super strong. If somebody's really, interested in, looking after their nails and don't want to have fake nails, hubby broke his back. Yeah, good one. I know Adrian's laughing. So he broke his back. He healed super quickly. It was absolutely phenomenal how quickly he healed. There's so many, and he was back racing, back to speedway racing so quickly, and there was so many people shocked. But it's just showing you how many different ways you can use these 4 elements to share a story, whether that's about product, whether that's about business. And our real current story is that we've got 4 gyms at the moment, and the gyms own us, to be honest. So we are super excited about what this business is doing for us. We're not going to be owned by our businesses anymore. We're going to decide when we want to work, how long we want to work, and all that sort of stuff. So hubby's decided to join, as everyone can see, and this is just super exciting what this means for us to be able to do it together. So I'm just going to read page 75 for you out of GoPro. I'll just show you what it looks like. There's got three points there. Is that the camera there? Yeah. So it's just a quick summary. So number 1, when you're prospecting, you are the messenger, not the message. Get yourself out of the way and use a third-party tool. Number 2, learn to tell your story in a way that will make your prospects curious to hear more. Number 3, when it comes to presenting in front of a group of people, preparation is the key. When you're prepared, it's fun. A good example there today. Now, Eric's story is this big here in his book, and that's what he replayed over and over again to himself till he got it right. So that there is the part that we learnt about the story. Now, he also gave us a challenge to say it 100 times in the next 30 days. And as you can see from tonight, I haven't done that. So we're going to go straight on to writing our list. Are you happy with that, Tamara? Awesome. Okay. Now, that's the skill set number 1, finding prospects, just there. And that's on page 31. He has some really good tips in the book about that sort of stuff. But what we learnt while we were away was absolutely fantastic, and it got us all writing our lists, which is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get you all writing your lists. What interests do you have outside of network marketing is what he really got us to hone in on. And he said, be specific. And if that means be specific to the point of the brand of skateboard it might be, or the brand of snowboard that you love to use, join a group. If it's a brand of clothing you love to wear, or something absolutely stupid, he goes, the more specific and ridiculous it is, the better. And if there's no group like that, he goes, make a group. Join those groups on social media. And those people are going to have something in common with you that you're really passionate about besides network marketing. And that's how you get chatting to people. That's how you add friends. And so basically, if you are going to make your own group, people will join you. There'll be people out there like you as well. And basically, other things as well, joining networking groups. So we're going to do three points here. The first one, we're going to write down a couple of lists that everybody understands. Number 1 is your phone list. Everybody in your phone list. Try not to prejudge. Number 2 is your email contacts. Number 3 is social media. That's all social media. That's all your Facebook contacts, all your Instagram contacts, which I know a lot of them will be similar. All your Snapchat contacts, all your LinkedIn contacts, and any other social media where you've got more than, say, 5 contacts that you talk to, or you have that you like things, that's where he said to go and start making a list from there. Then the second part is your second degree of separation. Who do all those people know that you haven't been introduced to yet? And suggested friends on Facebook as well is a great place to go. Number 3 is Eric harps on about this, and it's constantly expanding your list by adding 2 people a day. So right now, we're all going to make a list. The first list we're going to make is your hot market. So we're going to write down 1 to 10. These people are people who absolutely love you and support you. Now, these people we're going to take the opportunity. So we're going to take the business off the table for these people. We're going to practice with them. And we're going to ask for their support. So the perfect one-liners for this, especially family, is this is not for you. This is an entrepreneurial thing that, that definitely wouldn't interest you. And the other line is, I need your support. So if you are talking to your family and friends and using those lines, they're not going to be very nice if they actually don't support you. So it's some really, really good tips there that, of course, they're going to want to support you. So have we written 1 to 10? Is everyone writing who that hot, warm market, hot list? Give me a thumbs up when someone's written their 1 to 10. Wow, we've got 50 on here tonight. That's awesome. Just looking, don't think too hard, just write them down. All the people that that love you, all the people that support you, don't think about it, just write them. So I don't see any hands up. So how many people are actually doing this? Give me a quick hands up. Woohoo. Everyone's got their hands up that I can see. My screen's only so big, so I can't see you all. Maybe you're lucky. So those people that aren't doing this, why not? Why aren't you doing this now? This is the time to be writing this list. So I'm looking at a lot of faces looking at me, so I'm going to go to the next list. So our next list is 1 to 10, easiest customer prospects right now. People who can afford this and people who need this. Who in your life do you know right now that's not on your products? Who can afford this?
And the other one there, Ange, is who owes you. You've done them a favour, now it's time for them to do you a favour.
Perfect. And there's a lot of people in your life that can't afford this. Give me a quick show of hands if you're struggling with this one. All right, you're not thinking of the people. Who do you see that's a practitioner? Anyone? They need to be on your list. Does anyone you know own a boat? I mean a big one. They've got money. Any doctors you know? do you see the local vet? Any PTs that you know? Any gym owners that you know? Any Pilates instructors you know? Any business people, people that own businesses that you know? Is this helping you write your list? Yep, got some nods there. All right, so we're going to move on to number 3. So the number 3 list, don't stress if you don't finish it, you can finish it when we're done. The easiest distributor prospects that you know. So these people are hungry, they're competitive, they can't afford to join the business. They look up to you. They think you're awesome. And they tell you you're awesome. They want to work with you. They like all your posts on Facebook all the time. Anybody that's unhappy in their current situation needs to be on this list. Anyone that you know that's entrepreneurial. So I'll go over them again. They're hungry, they're competitive, they can't afford to join. They look up to you, think you're awesome, they like all your posts. They want to work with you. They're unhappy in their current situation. How many people do we know that whinge about their jobs? Or they whinge about the fact they don't spend enough time with their family? And entrepreneurial people. So that's another 1 to 10 list. And then the 4th list is the rest, as in the rest of everybody else. So what I've written in my notes here is you need to educate everyone that knows you in a professional way of what you do and what you have. If they don't know that you're in Juice Plus and you have amazing products, if they don't know you're doing the business, they're not going to come to you. They're going to come to the person that posted on Facebook. So today we had an example. Hubby sent a nurse's link to a nurse, and he basically sent it to her and said, look, I know this wouldn't interest you, but you're working, she was working a doctor's surgery with other nurses. I'd love for you to watch this and, you know, value your feedback, but can you pass it on to the other nurses there? She now is signing up for the product. And the business. And the business. I didn't know it was the business as well. So that's a perfect example of giving it to that somebody that you really think that might not be interested. It's just be honest. I really don't think you'll be interested in this, but can you have a look and pass it on to other people you might know that might benefit from this? So that's what we've got on that so far. Can I put it out there? Is there any questions?
Yeah, there's a couple of questions there.
Right. Yes. So we've got, I don't understand how saying this isn't for you is going to get them to do it. Oh, okay. So today's example, did that answer that for Cami? I can't see Cami, sorry. If you can just respond yes or no, that would be awesome. So saying to somebody, it's almost like reverse psychology, I guess. If I say to Tamara, hey Tamara, I really don't think you're going to like this makeup that I'm into, and I didn't know internally that Tamara might be really into makeup. But I'll say, I really don't think you're going to be interested in this, but if you could tell your friends about it, that'd be awesome. And then Tamara's going to go, oh, but I want to know about that. So you know, you can put it to any example. I just picked makeup. You know, or yeah, and it may not be for you, is probably the best line to use for your friends and family as well. Yeah, or a group presentation. Yeah, she's got it. Awesome. And was there any other questions? What video did we send the nurse? I think it was a Shred 10 Nurses one. that right? I think we searched Juice Plus nurses.
No, I'll put it up.
He said, hubby said he's going to share it for you. Yeah. So I'm not sure this would be for you. Yeah, definitely. You know your people better than we know. But they're just some examples. Adrian said he's going to copy and paste the whole thread and give it as an example on the hunters and gatherers. Is that all right, Tamara? Yep. Cool. Yep. All good. And so that's it. That's what I've got. And for those people that haven't read Eric Worre, either get the audio, read the book, whatever you're into, and listen to it 100 times. Even that's not enough. Going to GoPro was I thought the book was awesome, but that was just extraordinary. So if you are thinking about it, don't think about it. Just say you're going and make it happen. So that's me. All done.
Beautiful job, Ange. Thanks so much for sharing. That's absolutely awesome, and some great takeaways there. I think probably for you, the telling of your story was one of the most powerful moments for you. Something that we actually got to do was pick a random somebody in the audience and share with them our stories. What was the most profound bit of that, Ange? Because we had to share our story a couple of different ways, and what was, because you were really affected by doing that process. What was it about that process for you?
It made me realise I hadn't actually shared my story in 6 years. So that was the biggest part, and the fact that he didn't give us any notice whatsoever. We had those 4 points, and we had to do it there and then and come up with it in 2 minutes while talking to this person. The first time we did it, I was shocked in what I came up with, but the second time we did it, it became emotional, and that person emotionally connected with me as I connected with them. So they obviously got to their emotional part as well. So just having that second part, which is the emotion, and what I actually didn't share in here is the struggle and the pain. That builds emotional connection to what you didn't like about your past, whatever that might be. You know, so for us owning 4 gyms, that really does suck the life out of us, because we could get a 3 o'clock in the morning call, hey, my card's not working. And we're like, yeah, no worries, mate. I've just been waken up 3 times by the baby as well. And now I get to go, you know, and he might be overdue. That's why his card's not working. So we don't need that in our life anymore, or, staff having to hire new staff all the time because people change their mind at the drop of a hat. You know, they're the sort of things that, you know, some people on here might emotionally connect with, and that's the parts that I think was the biggest, you know, takeaway for me with sharing the story, was not getting that one part, because he made us tell the story without that part in it, and then we're just like, it just felt so fake. It just had no substance to it at all.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. And that's something Brené Brown talked about too, is the importance of vulnerability. And you can really only have that vulnerability when you share your pain. And, you know, people are then genuinely happy for you. You know, you're telling your story. You're not vomiting it all over them. You're telling your story. So they're generally happy for what you've been able to achieve. So, yeah, awesome. Well done. Thanks so much for sharing, Ange. Really, really appreciate it. Guys, we have 15 more minutes. We're a little shy of 8:15, so we're going to do...
Adrian shared the nurses link for you all.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Adrian, for that. We're going to do a quick 15-minute Go DMO. Ooh, I bet you weren't ready for it, but we can do it. So to those of you who have not done a Go DMO session, you can actually download this. This is Simon Chan's little cheat sheet, and I'm watching the numbers dropping off. Soft, guys. Come on, let's step it up. We're going to do a 15-minute Go DMO. So the first thing, we're going to spend 5 minutes. I want you to make 5 new contacts online. So Ange has told you about going into groups. They've told you about, talking to people about common things. Jessica is DMOing right now. Angel, good. I'm glad you needed it. Okay. So get your Facebook ready. Don't make the excuse that you've got no battery, because I've got about 5%. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to start the timer now. 5 new contacts. Off you go. So the way you do this, you get into a group, you connect with them, you like their message, You add them as a friend and then you send them a message. Go. 5 minutes. No one should be looking at the screen. Everybody should be looking at their phones. 5 new friends. Don't think about it. Just add them. Two more minutes, guys.
Hey, I'm just going to unmute myself to share something. Just had a staff member call me to tell me that another staff member's just handed in their notice. You see what I'm talking about?
Guys, you've hit 5 minutes and you need to go and find some new friends on Facebook. All right, guys, well done. Put your numbers in the chat section. How many did I did 4. I was just about to do my 5th. So I've got 4 new friends. What have you guys got? 7. Whoa, 6, 4, 5. Sharon, 3. Cara, 3. Who's lead? 6 there. Well done, guys. That's awesome. Val, 8. 8 new friends. Jess got distracted. I'm not even going to ask why. Okay, guys, next 5 minutes. All right, this is our 5 on here. So invite 5 people to look at a presentation. So this is often a little bit more difficult. So you've kind of got to have people in your funnel already. So these are perhaps people that you are developing a relationship with, perhaps having some forward and backward conversation with already. This is where you're talking about your mission, or perhaps a win that you've had, or perhaps I've just got off an amazing call with 50 of my teammates. We're talking about, you know, connecting with people who might not like their job. So again, finding that commonality. It may or may not be for you, but would you be open to having a look? Or you could talk about your mission. You know, I'm on a mission to help as many women as I can get their life back. It may or may not be for you, but would you be open to having a look? Or I just got off a call with a woman who's earning a 6-figure income, doing this in snatches of time around her busy life. And I thought of you. It may or may not be for you, but would you be open to having a look? So that's the basic premise on how you make the invite. So you have 5 minutes, 18 past, off you go. Two more minutes, guys. Try not to think too much about it. Don't think about what they think. Don't think about what they'll say. They can always say no, and that's okay. They might just say yes. All right, time's up. Has anybody made some connections? Anyone? Awesome, Cami, 3. That's great. Bet that felt fine. Ollie, 3. No, Angel, you need more leads in your funnel, my friend. So a lot more friend requests, a lot more conversations happening. If you're not making those invites, then you're not making those connections. It's all about people being in that funnel. Jess, great job. Good stuff. Danica too, good one. Janine sent some messages, awesome. Great, guys. That's really good. So as long as you're making the invites. Number 3, last 5 minutes, is 5 follow-ups. So this is any prospects. These are prospects on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, SMS, whatever it is. These are people that you've sent information to. Now, it doesn't have to be yesterday. It doesn't have to be last week. It could be last year. A really great thing is to be following up with people who perhaps you haven't connected with in a long time. And the way that you're following up with those people, I actually don't have my little sheet with me, but you've got to have some sort of a grid. So whether it's just a sheet in an exercise book, whether you're using something like Task Manager Pro, an Excel spreadsheet, or just our 30 and 30 grid, if you have people on that, you can then go back to them. So the way that you follow up, sorry, Tim, can you please write down what the 3 tasks were here so I can share with the team? The 3, these ones? The DMO? Yeah, I can do that at the end. All right, so you've got 5 minutes to follow up. Now, a really great way to follow up is, hi, sorry I haven't been in contact, busy building my business, supporting customers. How are you? So you really just want to reinitiate that conversation. So to people that you perhaps haven't spoken to in a month or several months, I've got a list of contacts, about 150 contacts from last December that I'm actually going through one by one. Hi, sorry I haven't spoken to you in a long time, busy building businesses with other mamas. How are you? Just something as simple as that. Or you can use the follow-up, hi, just got up off a call with a 6-figure earner building this in the nooks and crannies of her day, and I thought of you. How are you? You don't need to ask them, so how'd you go with that video? You really just want to re-establish the connection again. All right, guys, you have 5 minutes. It's 8:25, 5 minutes to follow up. 2 more minutes. All right, 5 minutes. Well done, guys. Fantastic stuff. Who did what? A few people dropped off. Soft. Come on, go hard. Cami, one for you. Well done. That's really good. Well done, guys. 5. Chloe, you're on a roll. Well done. How's everyone feeling about doing that? I know I sprung it on you. Awesome, Lee. Good job. Excited. Well done, Ange. Look, doing something like that is something that you guys can do in the nooks and crannies of your day. A lot of people, really scary, totally. And here's the thing about being scared, Lee. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. And the reality is we know that the only way you're going to gain success in this business is to get uncomfortable. You can't have success sitting in comfort. It's just not possible. We have to grow. We have to step out of what we're doing now in order for us to change. In order for us to have the things that others don't have, we have to do the things that others are not willing to do, and part of it is doing that. So let me just tell you a little bit more about the DMO. This is what Simon Chan recommends that we do on a daily basis. Now, the more of this you do, the more that you've got happening in your funnel, the faster that you're going to grow. There's several people on here who have done his his BYOB. Build your own business. If that's something that you're interested in doing, then you can access that. He's got another course coming up on the 8th of September in Melbourne, and then on the 9th of September in the Gold Coast, and then he'll be coming back to Australia in December, and he'll be running another one in December in Sydney and then in Auckland. So if it's something that you're really interested in, it's a day-long course and it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, just so you probably can't read back to front. I don't know if this is back to front, but 3 is 3 posts per day. 5 is 5 new contacts using Clam. So contact, like, add, and message. 5 here is 5 invites. 5 here is 5 follow-ups, and 3 is inviting people along to 3 events. So I actually just confirmed 3 coffee dates over the next 7 days as part of my follow-up there. And that's how I build my business. People say to me, how do you do this between your full-time job? And I do this in the morning for 10, 15 minutes, at lunchtime in the car for 10, 15 minutes, and at sessions like this at nighttime. And that's how I build my business, and that's how I'm continually adding people into the funnel. So guys, we're going to wrap it up tonight. Massive thanks to Ange for sharing about Story. And also for building your list. Guys, I put in the comments section a link that Eric gave us, a memory jogger for thinking of people to add to your list. You've also got a memory jogger as part of your starter guide, which you can find on the virtual office. Continue to add to that list, as Ange said. And have a wonderful week. To those of you, hopefully you've got getting prospects into What If for tomorrow night's Design Your Life event with the personal trainers. And can't wait to get into shred again for September. Have an awesome week, guys. Bye-bye.